Alright, the Black Cat trials have come back around, and this time I'm going for it on difficulty 8. I've powered up the relevant teams significantly since the last trials were here. A lot of people probably have because, you can use your Black Cat for this trial, of course, on the brawler nodes and stuff. And you should have her built up for Arena. I know I certainly have done that. Also, Sinister Six have become very relevant now in the past week or two. They're another team you use on a couple of the nodes here. One of the kind of unique trait requirement nodes for this trials. So uh, it's kind of nice that this has come back around and that those the required teams and characters have really become very relevant. And so you don't have to feel bad about powering them up. There's no one in this trials that you really have to kind of begrudgingly power up just to get through the nodes. They're all kind of relevant, which is kind of cool. So I do have a pretty big Sinister Six that I'm going to be bringing into those nodes. We'll see that. So again, this is difficulty 8. I'm coming in with 45 points of packs. It's going to be just this nowhere one, which does something with granting these traits. I don't know what that's going to really do. I feel like it's going to not make a whole lot of difference, so I'm just going to roll with it and get the points. Same thing with the Sinister Symbiosis one, just granting kind of these character traits to a wider spread of characters. And then having the war traits on this World at War, you get 25 points for it. Um, I don't know how impactful it is for the enemy and for my team. It will probably give both sides some advantages. I know that Mysterio, who is one of the people I bring in for Sinister Six, gets a little bit of a benefit from having one of his abilities in war, or with this pact active that'll power up his special or his ultimate. And basically, that's that. I think it's going to be mostly these packs will be small factors, so I'm just getting the points. It also puts me just over the 1.35 million threshold, which gets you all of the milestone rewards. And so with that, I'm going to roll into it and get started. First is the no restrictions node. And let's see what we want to do here. So I've done one dry run so far, and I only got up to like node 7 or 8 uh, before uh, the second global controller node is what I got up to, and I had some trouble there. So I'm just trying to think if there's anybody I want to power up here on this easy node to make my life easier when I get to the nodes that I had trouble on. That's always something to think about on the unrestricted nodes or on any node that you can just kind of plow through easily. Those are great power up nodes where you just bring in characters, build up their turn meter so that their special and ultimate abilities are kind of ready to pop off on the more challenging nodes, and it can make a gigantic difference. Um, Let me see real quickly if there are any uh, global controllers, or let me see who the global controllers are. So then I can think of bringing any of them in. You've got a Doom. Doom might be worth kind of powering up. You've got a Magneto, but he doesn't hold up very well to damage. I feel like he'll come out of this with damage. Um, I think like probably Kestrel is a good one to bring in. And I'm going to go in with this. Let's see how this Doom holds up. If he holds up well and built up his turn meter, I think that'll be worth it down the line for those global controller nodes that are kind of hard. Or maybe it won't make any difference. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm certainly not worried about the difficulty of this node. So we'll just go into it. And I guess I'll ultimate real early here because I should have some opportunity to build that turn meter back up. So I don't think I'll miss it too much. Now let's go ahead and do the special. This should probably kill everyone adjacent there. Yeah. And then this is why I bring in Kestrel. She just hits a lot of enemies with good damage. and just makes quick work of everything. Definitely just going to do the basic here. And that's even the basic of clearing out the enemies, man. This is just so easy. Let's see if we can. Oof, Morgan's gonna go off. I hope I don't regret that damage. Oh, I killed them on some kind of ping there. All right, I think that was pretty good. I think, yeah, everyone's basically full health. And, yeah, that's good. The Doom got some turn meter. I think his ultimate's ready to go on the next node immediately. So, kind of the point of charging him up. Okay, first Sinister Six node. So this should be cool. Um, I made quick work of this before. It does take some planning and control and some good use of your abilities. I also have a very big Nova. He's the only non-Sinister Six one I'll bring in because he's just much larger than any of the alternatives I have to bring in. So I've got a pretty big Nova that's super helpful. My Green Goblin is 183, which is relatively big for how new he is. My Doc Ock is kind of medium build at 235. I'm still going to bring him up more. Um, and we'll see if I need to. I mean, I might need to do that immediately. Maybe for the last Sinister Six node. At this point I don't know how hard that node is on difficulty 8 because again I haven't played it yet. I've only done the first two because I crashed out at node 8 or something, whatever the second global controller was, because I just couldn't pass it. Um, but for this node, the power I'm bringing in here should be enough. So I'm going to start with Morgan. I will lose a lot of health, that's for sure. I'm going to go with the ultimate. Does some decent turn rewind, hits everybody, lots of bleeds and stuff. I'll come through the middle with the stun and hit a ton of enemies, a ton of damage. We have this under a lot of control now. I love the Doc Ock special. It regens everyone, and that's great. And another one of my favorite ultimates in the game now is Vultures, which we're going to get right now. Great damage, 25% turn rewind on everybody. It just offers excellent control. And I'm just thinking here, maybe I will do the Mysterio Ultimate. I don't think I needed it. I think I have enough control on this wave that it might have been wasteful, but then again, I do want to kind of do it early enough into the match that by the end of the match, I will have sort of rebuilt it back up in terms of the turn meter. It's another thing to consider as you're going through is, don't always uh, conserve your turns. You got to be careful about how you're conserving them because you sort of either want to use them very early in a match so that you rebuild them back up by the end, or just, if it's at the end of a match, then you might have to think, about not using an ability if you don't really need it because you probably won't build it back up by the time you get to the end of the match. So there's a little bit to think about there. I hope I haven't messed up on this Weaver. Her turn meter is getting a little higher than I like it. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to ability block her or anything before she gets her turn off. I think I'll get the kill here, so okay, don't need to worry about it. I was getting a little worried about her getting her ultimate off, and that would be a huge pain in the ass, but I got through it without that happening. All right. A nice time for the ultimate here of Doc Ock. And let's go into some of these defense downs. A lot of mirror images out now. Those are going to absorb a lot of damage. And again, we come to the Mysterio. So this is where I was talking about in War. He has some differences. I thought, well, he gains extra focus, but I thought there was more than that going on. In War Gain, well, I mean, he has a little bit of some extra perks for the War trait, but I thought he honestly had a lot more than that, than what we just saw. Anyway, maybe it's Green Goblin that has what I was thinking of. I don't know. Uh, I really am worried about Death Pool mostly, so I'm going to go right into Death Pool. Doing so well, I'd hate to take some damage here right at the end. I think she'll die of bleeds. I'm going to leave her alone and go after Gwenpool now, I guess. Uh, okay. I don't think it's worth doing the ultimate. It's way too close to the end of the match, and it will have like no turn meter left if I do it. I'm gonna leave. Well, I don't know. I want to put one more attack on her, and maybe one more even. Man, it's like it's doing next to nothing. Um, I think this will kill both of them. Okay, cool. And I'll probably now get through. Okay, good. So that ended really well. It's so hard to tell who the real Mysterio is with all these mirror images out. I honestly couldn't find him in the mix there. I hope his health was okay. I think most people ended with very high health or full health, and I know my turn meters are in pretty good shape there. I didn't use any real attacks there towards the end, so I think my turn meters are pretty well built up. This is Mystic Villain. We do have some controllers in here too. The global controllers like Doom, Morgan. I think it's just Doom and Morgan. So we need to be careful because the global controller node, which comes up after this, and the global controller nodes in general are harder than the Mystic Villain nodes for sure. And so you want to build up turn meter on your global controllers, which have a little bit of overlap with the Mystic Villain trait. So I think those would be Morgan and Doom in this case. So I just want to keep an eye on those turn meters and build them up. But for this node alone, the difficulty is not going to be an issue. It should be easy. But it might be challenging to balance the turn meter and still get through the node kind of unscathed. So that's a little bit of a challenge here, but let's just see how it goes. Who am I worried about? I guess Doc Ock. Let's rewind him. Maybe we can get him. Because he will. Oh, he's going to get it. Yeah, he gets his super. Gives a ton of regen to everybody, which stinks, but we'll take him down there. I guess Dazzler's the next target. She is about to do an annoying ultimate if she gets it off. And do I want to stun her? No, I don't think I need to. Yes, I think that was a good call. So Vulture and Zemo they're done for. These swarms do a surprising amount of damage, actually. Very annoying amount of damage. I think at this point it's. Do I have enough match left to use the ultimate here? That's the question. I think so. It has such a small cooldown. I think it won't leave me in too bad of shape to use it. Basic. Okay, we have like a Sinister, Phoenix, and I'm just gonna do that. Get a deflect going. None of these people are very scary. There is the annoying Phoenix. Yeah, she is quite annoying because I actually want to kill her now and take the hit early. Oh, you know what? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna rewind her and get the kill. Okay, good. I don't want to leave her to the end because then you end up taking her little drain ability at the end, and it just drain. Oh, she's back. Oh, because of magic. I'll stun her. And I get the kill. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna regret that or not. That's not real ideal, but whatever. That was just a miscalculation. Doom's health is not great, but he does have his ultimate, so he basically will heal himself very quickly in the next node that I bring him into, so that's probably all right. It's really not even going to help with that second wave. Maybe, maybe instead of Dark Beast, I bring in Moonstone, and instead of Magneto, I bring in Omega Red. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, this is pretty challenging and requiring a lot of experimentation. You know, when I got through on my first kind of dry practice run of difficulty 8, I had to double tap it, and I let a lot of my first team die. Like a lot of my A team that I bring in kind of die, knowing that all I wanted to do was progress as far as I could, just to get a taste of all the different nodes. You know, as many of the different nodes as I could. Not particularly caring. Uh, that I was setting myself up for failure later. Will I get to stun Icky? I really don't want him to go off. I'm gonna do the ultimate. Okay, I killed him. Um, things aren't going quite as I thought they would. I'm not gonna turn rewind. I've got this wave under pretty solid control. I'm gonna kill Thor. I think I'm gonna kill Thor. Yeah, okay. Uh, I don't want to take. Well, I don't want to take Surfer's ability here. And he's about to go off. He does kind of mess up my Icarus or my Dazzler a lot. Let's go with this Moonstone now. I like the control Moonstone's bringing in. Didn't get the stun, which was the whole point of that. All right, well, let's just have to deal with it. I think this is probably a better team though than my first team. And this is where Omega. This is why you bring in Omega Red. But question I have now is, should I use this? I think I'm gonna do it. Just because I don't know why. I might regret all these abilities I'm using, but I really want to come through this unscathed. Uh, and I'm gonna try to not do anything but basics. I'm gonna try to basic my way out of this here. I think we're gonna be good. Okay. So Mega Red will have his special at least. Moonstone is kind of not doing great on the turn meter though. That's the problem. The control that she brought in there was excellent though. So at least I can build off of that. That was definitely a cleaner win. I learned something there for sure. This brawler node, I had a tiny bit of trouble with this actually the first time. I believe so. It might have been the second node actually that I had trouble on. I'm not sure. Let me see who drops and see what's going on with this. Yeah, I think it was this one. So I do the ground slam here. Kind of pretty much messes everybody up there in the middle. But the second wave that drops here is like 1,000 times more difficult than the first. So this feels super easy when you're on this first wave. And I don't want to do anything other than basics here because, again, this is the very easy part of the match. I think I'm just going to even basic here again. And you get stuck behind a bunch of these annoying duplicates, but whatever, just go through them. Vol has a nice attack, which is going to hit a bunch of adjacents, so that kind of helps you get through it. And there's a bunch of Darkhold that's about to drop. And that's where the difficulty of this match comes in, but I'm just going to hit a bunch of dupes, and it's actually going to help me build up my turn meter. And it looks like that wave is not going to drop until I take out all these dupes, so that's kind of good in some ways. And what I want to do is I want to stun. I think I want to stun out the Gambit. I think that's what I did. I also want to ability block out these Doctor Stranges. They actually messed me up bad. Like, they did some serious damage to me. And this is the key thing. You know, you got to have Red Hulk's special ability back here. And you can slam it right in the middle. And this just devastates this whole wave. So then you're doing pretty good. And now I could Vol ultimate here. But I've even got Abomination about to do his. I'm gonna go for the stun here. I hope it lands. Okay, we got it. And I'll put some bleeds on her. She's got defense down, so we're gonna rip right through Morgan. Oh, but God, the Strange got to go off. See that? That special's bad, and I just lost Agatha. I gotta wipe this because it can go a lot better. That Doctor Strange ruined everything. This can go a lot better. The exact same attack, just with some different RNG, can go like 10 times more smoothly. So I'm redoing it. Yeah, that sucked right at the end there. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to account for what happens, but that attack cannot go off from Doctor Strange. Okay. Okay, now we enter the second wave again. And I want to do something a little different. I'm going to do Abomination here just to get a little bit of nice damage on everybody and some debuffs. I love Abomination's special ability. Now I want to do the Slam, and this is going to really take out. I think this is going to take out all 6 of these people. Let's see what it does. Yeah, that's how you want it to go. So that's exactly what you want to happen. And let's see. I'm going to get a Vol attack and a Titania attack. So I'm going to go with the ability block. I am going to use it, even though that means I'm not going to have it for a while after this. Do I want to use Vol's attack here? No, I don't think so. Do we want to use the A-bomb stun? Let's do it. So now I'm going to come out of this absolutely unscathed, although I did use some abilities in order to achieve that. So I don't know. I don't know if I made the right call there on the Abomination stun, but whatever. I think I'm not totally screwed. Maybe it was just slightly less than ideal, but not a big deal. So we're back. Let's go. Maybe it's time to consider some different tactics. This will apply defense down, primary and adjacents. This does 650, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I think this is the better ability right now. I did put slow on a bunch of different people there with the vulture follow-up attack, so that might affect how everything else plays out. Okay, so he hit the summon shocker, which is cool. And and then so did Mr. Negative. Gosh, come on. Leave Mysterio alone. Let's kill her. She does a health redistribute that I don't want to happen. Okay, thank God he hung on. Uh, Play blind, ability block, and blah blah blah. Okay, I think play blind, ability block. Play blind to all enemies instead. Oh wow. Let's do it. But man, do I need him to survive. I don't quite know how he did. Oh, he like healed himself. I didn't expect that to happen, but that's good. That's good. I don't even remember having to think very hard about this node the first time I played it. And all of a sudden now it's super hard. Or not super hard, but it's considerably harder than I expected it to be. All right, what do we have? We have the ultimate. I'm gonna do it. I want to do it, even though I'm gonna finish this with that ability. I don't even know if Green Goblin's gonna get another turn, so he's gonna be way far away from doing that again in the final node, which could come back to haunt me. I don't know. Okay, Mystic Villain. Um, yeah, let's go with the same lineup. I can build up Morgan and Doom, so that's good. I think this must be where I died actually last time. I don't think I beat this node on my practice run because I let Morgan and Doom die in the global controller section. That's what happened. All right, I got to start off with the alternate because I did take some major damage in the beginning, so I need to get some control going. Unfortunately, she did get the revive, I think. I'm going to target Emma. She's got the most status effects, so this should do some pretty devastating damage. That was a nice wipe of but Quicksilver will probably get his turn off, I think. Let's see if I can take him down. I don't think I will. Oh, he did. He dropped. I don't know why. Um, let's set off Dormammu's ultimate. That's kind of coming in clutch there because this looks like a tough wave, and I was losing some health, but now I've got it under pretty good control. Let's hit into some defense down on maybe Archangel. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do the special. I mean the basic actually to flip some of this stuff, and I think I'll get a kill or two or three. All right, so that was great, and man, that finished up super fast. I did not think I would get through that quickly. Um, I hope my turn meters are doing all right. I didn't really pay attention. I did not. All right, so I'm back again. This is actually the next day. I was having a lot of trouble on the final global controller node. I might keep a couple of those failed attacks in this video just so people can see them. But I was having a lot of trouble with it. I probably attempted it 6 or 7 times, maybe 8 times. But I was just getting frustrated. And so I redid the whole trial, or the whole trial, came all the way back up to this node, but I made sure to kind of get my turn meter in a little bit of a better place I think, which will help me get through this attack. I did one other thing too differently, which is that I've got 45 points of packs still on, which is the same as I started with, but I took off the one that is the war traits that all war traits become active, and because I think that gives a big advantage to the gamma characters. Obviously, gamma is best in war, and having that trait on is going to give them a big boost. And they were kind of giving me trouble in this global controller node, so I turned that off. But I put on a 10 point and a 15 point pact in place of it, so it makes up for the points. So it's still the exact same total amount of points, but they were just these ones related to critical hit chance and critical hit damage and stuff like that. So I figured those will pretty much balance out between my team and the enemy team. So whatever, I figured I'll just get those points on there to make up for it, um, and come back in. But I turned off the war trait, and I played a little bit differently coming up here in terms of saving turn meter on my global controllers. And so that's where it stands. And I'm gonna head in here. Let me think about. Um, you can see my Doom is not doing great on health though, but I needed him to. I'm trying to think here. I think I want to bring in Omega Red. I mean, I can always redo this, but I can't quite remember. All of the lead up to this was done last night. I actually redid the whole trial last night and just got back up to the point where I left off in the video earlier. And now this is like 24 hours later. I don't know if I want to take in Dark Beast or Moonstone. Um, Believe it or not, I'm going to go Moonstone because I do think I have her stuns kind of on tap, ready to go. Anyway, I'm going to go in here and see how this goes. I don't know how much of a difference. If I do see a difference, I don't know how much of it to attribute to not having the war traits on and how much to attribute to just doing better in terms of my turn meter and everything. But we'll just go in. So it's already starting off differently. I've got the Morgan Rewind right off the bat. Now I'll do the Morgan Ultimate. And I definitely don't want to stun now, so I'll just go in with that. And I don't even know if I want to use ability block. Now I can take out Bishop. Well, I hope I can take down Kate Bishop pretty soon. Yeah, I'll take down Bishop. That's cool. And see if I can get. What will this do? So this is ability block. All enemies get slow. Flip to negative. All right, yeah, this is probably worth doing. I guess I'll target it. Well, I can't target it. I'm stuck behind a taunt. So anyway, let's do this. So, okay, Gamma already dropped, so things are already going differently than previously, but I do have the Doom Ultimate, which is absolutely crucial. So I'm going to go ahead and hit it, heal up, and I'm going to hit all of this into Red Hulk. Oh, fuck, I can't. I'm stuck behind a taunt. I didn't realize that. Anyway, I have no, well, I can get one hit on Red Hulk. I don't think I'm going to kill him, though. I was hoping to get both hits on Red Hulk and then fire off the bots and get the kill. It probably won't happen. Yeah, I'm pretty far from killing him, but I can probably still take him down before he goes off. Okay, dropped him. So that absolutely changed everything. I mean, stun. Do I want to stun Kestrel? Yeah, I think I'll stun Kestrel. Um, all right. Okay, there it goes. Then I'll get the ability block on Fury, and this is totally under control. And man, was that easy compared to last time with all that crap going on with Doom dying before he could get his ultimate off. I mean, it was just all about the turn meter. And I actually might need. I should probably have been more careful with those attacks because I think I might have like another Mystic Villain node after this or something. I got a little too excited there for finally beating this node, and I probably screwed up there with Morgan. I can't remember what comes right after this. But I mean, it all came down to having the Doom Ultimate ready to go, and having that turn meter saved up the correct way. Um, Completely changed everything. I'm sure having the war traits turned off made it easier too, but I mean, I can't emphasize enough the concept of charging up your characters and building up the turn meter so that you've got the key ultimates and specials ready to go when you really need them. So actually, the only node left is a brawler node before the Sinister Six node, so I don't have to worry about wasting those attacks. I got a little worried that there might be a Mystic Villain node left, but there's not. So there's no guarantee that this is going to be an easy node. This is the very first time I'm going up against this final brawler node in the difficulty 8 of this trial. I have not seen it before ever at difficulty 8. Um, do I want to bring in Titania or maybe Deathpool or Iron Man Infinity War? Um, I feel like Infinity War might be a good choice. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw him in there just for the hell of it, and we'll see how he does. He's got, really good kit, which I don't think is very dependent on the Pegasus team. Although I'm not super familiar with this kit. I've got the Red Hulk Ultimate, like at the very first move of the match. So obviously I'm doing that. I didn't even know that I had that powered up and ready to go, but of course I'm doing it. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through I do. That's crucial because she's a pain in the ass if she gets her ultimate off. She has her ultimate on first turn. If she gets it off, really powers people up. But took her out quick. That's going to change the whole course of the match, I'm sure. Now we'll go in here with some ability blocks with Iron Man. Iron Fist is annoying, so I ability blocked him. And let's keep working on this same. And then I'll do the. I think I'll slam right here. And is it time to do this attack? This will do attack all enemies, clear 3 positives, bunch of defense down, apply blind to primary. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead with it. And I didn't see any blinds happen, but that's probably okay. This will attack primary and adjacents, apply explosive ability block. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the ultimate, and I think that hits everybody. And yeah, that's cool. I didn't want to do the ability block. I want to stun Squirrel Girl, and then probably uh, maybe Kate Bishop. And this will chain and probably get some kills too. And I think I've pretty much got this one in the bag. I don't need to worry too much about strategy here, but of course, you can never be too careful. But I'm not really worried anymore. Iron Fist is gonna drop. Squirrel Girl's still stunned. I kind of want to take out Viv. She's a little bit of an annoying character. And we'll keep working on Squirrel. This will hit primary and adjacent, I think. Yeah, so that'll clear out a lot of these. And then just... It's all just easy from here. It's all just clean up. So that node went very easy for me. I don't know how instructive this battle is, though, because I think it all came down to having the Red Hulk ultimate. So, I mean, if you can have that ready to go, obviously that's fantastic, and that's going to make it a lot easier. But if you don't have that ready to go, and you're like several turns away from that happening, it might really change the way that this battle plays out for you. So that's something to keep in mind. But again, having characters charged, there's no substitute for that. Okay, now's the big node, though. This is the moment of truth. It could all come down to this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat this node. I don't know I really don't know where I stand at all, is the thing. Like, I don't know if I can beat it. I don't know if I'm severely underpowered for it. Um, but the great thing is, like I said at the beginning of the video, even if I do turn out to be underpowered for it, I won't be that upset because I have no problem pumping in a lot more resources into my Sinister Six to build them up because they're a good team now. So that's the great thing again about having relevant teams as your kind of unique team requirements in a trials is that you don't have to feel bad about pumping more power into them. So obviously I'll just go in here with my Sinister Six as is, um, and hope for the best. And if it's not working out, I'll just power them up. I didn't spend my gold for today, so I'm prepared to power them up right here immediately if I have to. And if I need to spend a couple of days or 3 days powering up or whatever it takes, I've got no real problem doing it. I kind of just want to collect these rewards before I go in. Um, 35 shards. Okay. So I'll need 200 some to get her to 7. Other than that, it's just a bunch of material I don't really need. Um, but all right. All right, here we go. Let me make sure I get my right lineup in here with Mysterio. Okay. All right, I'm going in. I'm doing it. It's just weird having absolutely no idea where I stand in terms of the required power. But I'm going to find out here very soon. I also don't remember who drops on this. I'm really kind of forgetting who drops, and I maybe should have gone and looked back at my old video that I made on the last trials. I think this is the one where the Nova is just. Is this the one where the Nova is ridiculously hard to kill? I might actually pause here and just check that. I kind of want to just pause and check on that. So I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, so I did go back and check it, and this is the one where the Nova is very, very powerful, and it's extremely hard to keep up with his healing. Of course, that depends on what power level you're bringing in, but I remember doing this on difficulty 7 last time, and I just could not keep up with his healing. And it took me probably the most attempts I've ever attempted a single node in any trials to get through him. But it was very different because back then we were all using our nowheres against um, this nowhere, which with that drops in this node because Sinister Six wasn't a thing. None of us knew that Sinister Six was going to be, uh, getting a new legendary and getting upgrades or reworks and becoming relevant again. So everyone was bringing their nowhere into this node. So kind of the strategy that was used last time is just very different and kind of goes out the window. So I'm just going to play this the best I can, and this could be a hard node. And I'm just going to do my best here and learn from it. And if it takes me 10 or 15 attempts, then so be it. But this is the one where the Nova is just ridiculously powerful. I do remember getting the stun on him being absolutely key because then he doesn't heal and then you can finally start to make some progress. So I got to think carefully about what I want to do here. I could attack all enemies, flip 2 positives. They don't have any positives, but I do prolong the negative effects. So that's good. That would prolong the stun. I really think I got to do that. I really think I'm just going to do that. Um, and then I guess I just want to come through here. I'll put a slow on him. That'll just, again, that'll just increase the amount of time that he's under that stun. And I think I probably just want to go with attack number 3 here. All right, and I don't want to get too excited yet, but I am having a lot of luck getting through the Nova. Because I think the Sinister Six are just so much better than having, a barely adequate nowhere, which is what I was bringing in last time. My summoned Shocker did just get stopped there. Oh shit, I should have blinded him. I totally didn't. Didn't I just. I think the real Mysterio just went, didn't he? I think I thought it was a mirror image, so I just quickly hit the first attack. That was a giant misplay because I could have had him blind this whole time. That was just as big of a mistake as you can make. But I mean, maybe it won't end up mattering, but it's obviously pretty bad. Ugh, that's disastrous. God, what a just absolutely careless mistake. I'm gonna hit into all these defense downs I got going on over here. The Kang is gonna drop later too. I just remembered that. So she just used an ultimate on a mirror image, I think. So that's super good. I can't believe I just took so much damage from Gambit. That was completely unnecessary. Yeah, I doubt I'm gonna make it through this. This will hit everyone and put defense down on a lot of people here. I'm gonna do it. I don't want Minerva to bring anybody back. But at the same time, I gotta worry about Kang. Damn, I thought I might have the Nova ultimate, but I don't. Alright, this will attack primary and adjacent for 400, clear two positives. So I can hit, if I hit into Captain Marvel, uh, I can hit a lot of people and get some nice kills. Will I get through Kang in time? Shit, and that doesn't look like it. Come on. I hope this doesn't all fall apart on me at the end. Alright, I do have a nice little turn rewinding thing here with the ultimate from... Oh, and it defense down to everybody, which is cool. I absolutely cannot have Kang getting another turn. Oh, damn. Whoa. Got him on the rebound. I think I want to take down these Cosmos. They're just gonna keep. I'm worried about the amount of healing they're gonna bring. And maybe I should take down Black Bolt here. I could probably kill Black Bolt with. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'll give myself speed up and offense up. I think it was the right move. So the rest of these characters don't deal a whole lot of damage, so that's good. It is 4 on 3, but I think, I think with the low damage that they deal, I'm probably all right. Oh, I got stunned. Oh, and the ultimate comes in. The ultimate comes in. Let's see what it's going to do for us. Pretty good. Okay, one follow-up attack, one Cosmo goes down. It's not a... Okay, okay, now it's over. All right. Even with a huge misplay in the middle of the match, still got through it. And I can't tell you how much that easier that was than last time. Trying to do this with a crappy nowhere team 2 months ago on the first run of this trial. Uh, Man, the Sinister Six are so much better. You should just, you really just need to be pumping resources into your Sinister Six. It is so worth it. Not just for the trial, but for Cosmic Crucible and probably other game modes that I haven't really tried them in. But certainly Crucible, which is a crucial game mode in these trials. Uh, Man, just if that doesn't convince you, I don't know what will. But just pump resources into your Sinister Six. They're just so awesome. And there you go, 1.376 million. That unlocks all the milestones. And in a second, I'm going to check where that lands me on the leaderboard. Got a couple of nice Gear 18s. The security bypasses are kind of rare. So are the cloud computing thing. And so I'm gonna collect it. And yeah, that went well. I completely misplayed that in the middle there with not blinding Gambit. And I'm going, oh, what am I doing? Sorry, I wanted to go here. Here's what I need to click. Find me. Sub 10,000. So that's pretty good. I'm probably going to try this again with some more Scourges enabled just to get my points up. But I'm super happy with just beating it on difficulty 8 period. But I will make another attempt just to move up the leaderboards a little bit more. Being at 8,373 right now, probably with the 5 days left, it's probably going to be definitely outside the top 10,000 by the time this thing is over. And what would I estimate to get? I think, probably 10,000 or worse will be in the 10 to 13% bracket. But around where I am now at 8K, it probably gets me into 7 to 9%. Um, it doesn't look like there's even a huge difference between those two anyway, so it basically doesn't matter, I guess. 4 to 6% is what I should really aim for. So I don't know what it's going to take, but anyway, in terms of getting through it on difficulty 8, I think that gives you a really good idea of how to get through it. Some strategies on these nodes. The global controller stuff is pretty tough, so make sure you prepare for that. Charge up your turn meters. It's absolutely crucial. Um, can't emphasize it enough. Charge up your characters for the global controllers and pump resources into your Sinister Six. And I think that's going to take you pretty far in these Black Cat trials here on the second run. So good luck, and if this video helped you, please leave a like and also consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.